You say you want a high value, healthy, masculine man, but are you attracting one? You always end up with men who simply leave your heart starved, who are giving you the bare minimum, and you're wondering, what do other girls do differently? What do they do that I don't? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela and today we are going to talk about how you can attract a healthy, high value masculine man. Let's get into this. First of all, you need to know what is a healthy, masculine, high-value man. Without knowing what exactly you want, what you're looking for, you can't attract it. So the thing is that a high-value man has actually nothing to do with money, being successful, looking great, having a good body, or being powerful and ambitious. Those are bonuses that can help. Yes, definitely, but they do not define a high-value, masculine, healthy man. A true high-value man is, first of all, emotionally mature. He is deeply grounded and he values honor more than his ego. He is that type of man who is consistent in his words and in his actions. He is that type of man who can take accountability when things have gone wrong, who can take accountability also for his emotions, and who can provide that safe space for you and your emotions. He is that type of man who is not running away when you feel emotional, when you're angry, when you're sad, when you are going through your phases. He is the one that can hold space for you. He is the type of man who has a direction in life and who protects that direction in life over everything. And he definitely does not get threatened by your life direction. He only actually wants to support you with your ambitions. He wants to see you thrive, be successful, be the best version of yourself, not because he doesn't want to take care of you, but because he wants to truly see you thriving and be the most successful, most authentic version of you in order for you two to become a power couple. He is the type of man that understands when his woman is thriving, he is thriving. When his woman is amazing, is doing well, it only means that he is doing even better. He understands the true value of a woman being in his life. He is the type of man who wants to give and not only take, and he is the type of man who wants to protect your peace, and he would never ever want to take away from your freedom. He wants to add value to your life. But also be aware, he is not that type of guy who would say and do everything and anything to make you happy, who would give up his whole life in order to make you happy, in order to be liked by you, in order to be approved by you. He does not need your validation to feel worthy. He wants it, yes, but there is a massive difference between a guy who needs it and who wants it. He knows how to set boundaries in a soft and kind but still strict and clear way. And why this is so important is because a man who would always give up his boundaries, who would always say what you want to hear, this is a man who is not secure in himself. He is afraid to show up as himself. This only will build up resentment, and through resentment he will either have emotional blow-ups or he will start to cheat or whatever. So you need to be very, very clear about what type of man you want. And again, a high value, healthy, masculine man is what we have just talked about. Another very important thing to know is that many high value men are actually simply manipulative men, but they're covering it up as high value, and many women fall for it. When a man is imitating that masculine energy, he might give you the perfect picture of being that high value masculine healthy man, but deep down he has just a wounded ego, and all he wants to do is to protect his ego. Now, how you can spot if you are with a real masculine man or a manipulative fake alpha man is, for example, healthy masculine men are not loud, they are not bragging about how masculine they are secure in silence. You will feel grounded around them, you will feel calm around them, and they are having that aura of kind of being present, being strong, and being still quiet. Another way to know is if he is emotionally available or emotionally unavailable. A very simple and very clear sign to know if a man is really healthy masculine. A healthy masculine man can deal with emotions. He can deal with your emotions and he can deal with his own emotions. He doesn't need to blow up when he's emotional, because he knows how to regulate himself when he is emotional. That's why he also knows how to give you space when you are emotional. If this is a guy that is emotionally unavailable, he doesn't know how to express his own emotions. And when you are emotional, and with being emotional, I mean the more uncomfortable emotions, being sad, being angry, being frustrated, he doesn't know how to deal with that. He runs away, he is blowing up, he is trying to shut it down, giving you solutions why you shouldn't feel that way, and so on. A healthy, masculine, high-value man knows how to give you space in that moment, and he knows also that you are able to regulate yourself. He would ask, hey babe, what do you need right now? Do you need space? I will give you space. If you need anything, let me know and I will be here for you. Another thing I want to talk about is love bombing. I feel like there is such a big, almost conspiracy about a man who is gifting is a high value man. Yes, I do believe that a giver man, a man who has a giving mindset, that is part of him being a high value man, but you have to be so careful of men love bombing you. Love bombing has nothing to do with true love. Love bombing also comes from fear and is a strategy that men use in order to fast track your attachment towards him, because he is afraid once his true picture shows up, once the real version of him shows up, you would not like him. So he is trying to trap you with this attachment through love bombing. And I want to talk about the wizard Liz and her, I guess, fiance London, as this is a very current topic and it fits perfectly to what I'm trying to explain to you here. So Liz was getting to know this guy not even a year ago. They met for the first time, and keep in mind, I am only talking about what I know from my perspective, from what was being shared on social media, but I am very intuitive, and unfortunately, I have been more often than I wish I would have through many manipulative relationships. I have met guys who were love bombing me, so I know how it looks like and I know how it feels like, and I truly feel so sorry for Liz. I truly feel the pain in my heart for her, but I think that's why it's so important to mention what has happened with her and London, and to bring it into attention here so it wouldn't happen to you and you can be more aware of guys who are love bombing. The thing with Liz and Landon, everyone thought that Landon is that perfect high value man that is healthy, that is masculine, that is provider, that is everything, right? But what I noticed from the beginning, I had such a weird feeling because it felt off to me. It felt off that they met and within only a few weeks they got engaged. Then he bought her a Birkin bag and super expensive watch, another Birkin bag. Then she gave up her apartment. They moved together to another country. They got an apartment together in Dallas, where he is from. They moved together to Switzerland, and everything just went so quickly, like just being with them on the journey on social media, I felt like I was being on a highway of relationship that was going way too quick. Like way too quick. A healthy masculine man, he knows that he wants you from the first day probably, but he would never rush into things. If a guy is rushing like this and giving you everything you have ever wanted, everything you have imagined of within just a couple of weeks or months, you know this guy is love bombing you. He is trying to sell you a picture of him and make you attached to that picture of him before it's too late. Then she also got pregnant very early, and altogether, now it turned out she caught him texting, wanting to meet up with another girl. But the point here is that I believe Landon is not very confident in himself. He seems like a very insecure feminine man, and he was trying to keep her trapped, to get her attached to him as quickly as possible before anything can show up of his true self. Like his true self, I'm not saying he's a bad guy, I'm not saying he is a narcissist. He might is, but I'm not giving him now any labels. But he's very insecure and he needs validation from women. So Liz is a very strong personality, a very strong woman. And in order to lead a woman like Liz, you need to be a very masculine man. You need to be healthy because she's also smart. You need to be high value and successful because she's also successful. So you need to have already so much and bring so much to the table in order to add value to Liz's life, right? And what I do believe is that Landon didn't really have the capacity of what she truly needs. He had the capacity of money. He probably has way more money than she does, but nothing above that, and he knew that from the very beginning. So he knew the only way to get her attached is to spoil her with all the gifts, with everything. Now, while that process, he probably did not say many things that were not okay for him, where he didn't feel comfortable, where he felt hurt by things she did or said. And through that, he was building up resentment, and then he needed validation from outside to release that resentment, which is absolutely wrong. And he probably thought that she is anyways now trapped with him because they are engaged or married, and she's also pregnant from him. But I do believe also that he was not aware of how strong she actually is and how quickly she can set her boundaries and say, like, listen, this was too much. I don't know who you truly are. And even though she is now truly heartbroken, she knows that she cannot be with a guy like that. And here also I want to mention quickly how important it is to actually be financially stable. Imagine you would be in that position and you would not be as financially stable as she is. Like, if it was me and all my things are in his apartment in the US, I am somewhere else, and I would probably be so scared of how could I ever take care of myself and then also of the child. It's something I wish no woman will ever or have ever to be in, because that's horrible. That's horrible. I want that every woman is in a position that no matter what happens, you can take care of yourself. You can say no to things that are not okay for you. Like, you don't have to accept someone that is chatting with another girl and saying that the relationship is fake and wanting to hook up with another girl. You don't have to stay with a man like this. You don't have to stay with a man who is shouting at you. You don't have to stay with a man who simply cannot give you a healthy container where you can express yourself and your emotions. You don't have to. And I wish, like, I pray that every woman has the opportunity to say no to this kind of man, to say no and to find a way to take care of herself in these very difficult situations. Now, I do believe that London has qualities of a high value man, but he's also a bit manipulative. He's also more the nice guy instead of the healthy masculine guy, and he is also a very feminine and not a truly masculine guy. And I want to talk about the nice guy versus the high value man, because the nice guy, which I do believe is London, is that type of guy who doesn't know how to set boundaries. Nice guys, they look and seem to be amazing, and that's why I do also believe nice guys are the craziest manipulators, even though they might not know about it. But nice guys are actually very egoistic guys, because they are trying everything possible to protect their egos, and they disguise it as, hey, I'm just being nice to you. I'm just showing you how much I love you. I'm just giving you everything. How dare you to set a boundary? I'm buying you a Birkin bag. I'm buying you this. I'm paying all these bills. How dare you setting a boundary and saying you want to have time by yourself? How dare you? Those are nice guys. They are like volcanoes, and you never know when they explode. And with explosion, I mean emotional explosion, running away, cheating, and so on. So again, a nice guy does everything possible to get your approval. He crosses his own boundaries. He avoids conflict at all costs. He suppresses his emotions and his desires in order to be liked. And he thinks being agreeable makes him a good man. And guess what? Over time, he builds up resentment because he keeps neglecting himself. That resentment turns either into emotional withdrawal or explosion or cheating or running away or anything unexpected. Why? Because he doesn't have the confidence to express his truth. He does not have the emotional maturity to regulate his own emotions, his lust, or his boundaries. And in contrast, a truly high value man tells the truth even if it disappoints you, because he knows ultimately he's doing that for you too. He knows how to express his emotions, how to express his boundaries without hurting you, without making you feel like you're not important. He doesn't abandon himself to please you, and he knows that his self-respect is part of deep intimacy, and he knows also that emotions are part of deep intimacy, and if he keeps running away from that part, you will have a relationship that is superficial, and a superficial relationship is not for the future. He is literally your rock when you're emotional, and he also knows how to lead. Everything he does is to protect the relationship. He's also making decisions that include you, but he is not reliant on you. His decisions do not rely on what you say, what you think, what you feel. He would listen to your advice, but then he goes back to himself and he says, okay, this part of her advice is very valuable for me, I take it for me, and that's how I form my decision. Now, I hope you know what a true healthy masculine high value man is and what you have to be aware of. Now, the question of the questions: how do you truly attract those type of men? First of all, be open but not available to everyone. Obviously, you have to be receptive in order to receive. Like, you cannot receive an invitation, you cannot receive someone talking to you. When you are closed off, you have to be in a receptive energy, which starts with your body language. As we talked in my last video, have an open and receptive body language, and also go out. When you keep sitting at home every day, all day long, chances are very small that you will meet someone, right? The chances are very, very small that someone will knock on your door by accident, choosing the wrong door and wanting to talk to you, wanting to invite you for dinner. That's not how it's going to happen. So put yourself out there, but know to who you are available to. Like, when someone is talking to you, you can be receptive and appreciate the small talk, appreciate that initiative. But if you notice this is not a true high value masculine healthy man, you need to stop this conversation, step back and say, it was great talking to you, and continue with your day. Because if you keep being available to everyone, even men that are not high value, then you only have so much time available, such a small window available, where actually the high value man can come in. That's why it's so important to know what to look out for when you want to attract high value men. The second thing you have to do is to truly embody your feminine energy, your feminine power. If you are in your masculine energy, in hustle mode, in constantly working, in being strong, in being hyper independent and not letting anyone help you, you are attracting men who are feminine. You cannot attract a masculine man because they don't like that. Like, they are not looking for a woman that is too masculine. They need contrast. And a very masculine, a healthy masculine man is not looking for a woman that is competing with him. He's looking for that contrast in his daily day, right? Next thing, get clear on what you tolerate. Because every time you say yes to bare minimum, every time you say yes to unhealthy masculine men, to manipulative men, to someone who doesn't treat you right, to a feminine man, to a nice guy, you are also saying no to what you truly deserve. Every time you say yes to chocolate cake, you say also no to a healthy salad, right? And you always have to keep that in mind. Every time I say yes to one thing, I also say no to another thing. Every time you say no to one thing, you also say yes to another thing, even if it's not there yet. If you're walking down the street and there is first one restaurant that only sells sweets and junk food, and a bit further there would be a restaurant that sells healthy salads that truly nurture you, but you're saying already yes to that first place, you would never get as far to know even that there is right around the corner another place that truly can nurture you, that can give you what your body truly needs. But if you say no to that junk food place and you keep walking and keep your eye open, then eventually you will reach to that place where you get healthy salads, where you get that food that nurtures you. The next thing is stop chasing and convincing. Healthy, masculine, high-value men fall for women who inspire them to be more soft, be more authentic, be more in the moment sometimes, and not for women who audition for them. When you are starting to chase a man or trying to convince a man of your worth, you already gave up on your worth. You already threw yourself to the trash because you said, hey, I see that you don't see my worth. Let me make myself smaller. Let me go down to your level in order to make you see me. And that's a no-go. Never ever chase a man. Never ever convince a man of your worth. If he doesn't see it, he's not for you. The next and last thing in order to attract a healthy masculine man is to heal your own inner masculine. I talked about this in one of my last videos as well. It's so important to have your own inner masculine container. You don't want to be dependent, relying on a man fully. And a true, healthy, masculine, high-value man doesn't want to have a woman relying on him fully, because he knows a woman that is relying on him fully is also too attached. There is no room for them to be two individuals, because she is losing herself in this relationship in order to prove, in order to convince him, in order to be enough for him. So you don't want to be fully reliant on a man. Only wounded men who are either insecure or feminine or the nice guys, those type of men are looking for women who are fully relying on them, because they know once they are trapped, they are trapped. Like, once you are with those guys and you're not able to take care of yourself, you are almost trapped. And again, I'm not saying those are bad guys, but those are not good guys to be in a relationship with. And those are definitely not high value, healthy, masculine men. Always keep in mind, you are not asking for too much. You're simply entertaining men who can offer too little. There is only so much you can actually do, but there is so much you can stop tolerating. You have to know what you want. You have to know what's okay, what's not okay. You have to truly know what you're looking for and what you won't tolerate in order to be able to attract the right kind of man, because you can never ever attract the right man if you keep entertaining the wrong man. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this could help, and I hope you are attracting your healthy, masculine, high value man very soon. I love you so much, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.